Python roadmap, and in this part of our course, we are going to learn numbers in Python. So numbers are actually the heart of data science. Most often, not in all cases, we're dealing with numbers, so we need to know how to process these numbers into different categories or levels of mathematical computations. With that, basic is the idea of understanding and knowing how to deal with numbers using Python, especially the basic mathematical operations. So we're going to do that here. Of course, you know what these basic mathematical processes are. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we're going to have them. So how to do that? First, let's have addition. So let me addition. So we won't get lost. Of course, this one is very easy. Okay. So just very easy, just like what you do. We just write here number, the first number, plus and number to be added. So let's execute this one. And if you do the subtraction, so subtraction, subtraction, just very easy. Just do this one. The minus sign here. Then let's execute this one. So it is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. So for that division, this bracket, not bracket, but just a slash, this is also the symbol for the division in Python. So let's execute this one. So the answer is 1.25. So sometimes what you would like to get is that the whole number without, I mean, the how much is left after you divide a number to another number or by another number. And sometimes you also would like to get, again, the whole number. So we're going to have them one by one. First, let's get this one. By using this one, you said 2 slashes. So this returns the nearest whole number. So let's execute this. Now you have 4. And also, if you would like to get the remainder, then you have it there, right? And this one is multiplication. It's the asterisk symbol, and that also stands for multiplication. So let's execute this. 4 times 5, of course, we know that becomes 20. If we want to know how to use a power, the exponent, then we're going to use double asterisk. That stands for the power in Python. So let's execute this one. Then we will get 16. We want to get sometimes the nth root or the root. So this you will have, for example, you want to get the fourth root of 16. Let's see, what is that? Then you will get 20. I mean, 2, right? So of course, you can change this one into 2, for example. Let's see what would it be there. Okay, then we have the square root of 16 is 4. So this is how to deal with the basic mathematical operations in Python. We're going to work with variables, and we're going to integrate the numbers in the variables. So of course, you know what a variable is. If you don't know yet, then I have that in my former lesson. Just visit the playlist of this course. So for example, let's make a story this way. You would like to spend a certain amount of money for a week activity. So you have in here your budget. The food is 200, transportation is 600, and others is 200. So as you could see, we have assigned value for each variable. So how many variables do we have in this case? So for this cell, we have 3 variables, the food, the transpo, and the others. So, and then again, we have assigned value for each. So let's execute this one. Now you would like to know how much your budget for the whole week. So given that each one of them, each item, you have already assigned the value. So how to do that? So we just add food plus transpo plus others to be your budget. So let's see what this one would be. So your budget is now 100. Supposing you have not spent your money for the other items here, this one, right? So now the question is this: how much do you save if you do not spend for others? So how to do that? Of course, because you already have the budget. And then we're going to do the subtraction of 600 and the 200 for the food and the transportation. So because these are the amounts that you have spent. So let's execute this one so we know your savings. Now your savings is 200. And supposing your parent gives you additional 100 and this amount you have not yet spent too. So how much would be your total savings? It's just very easy. Savings 1, we just name this savings 1 just to not confuse with savings. Savings 1 is the savings that you already have, which is 200 plus the 100 given to you by your mother. So let's execute this one and we will know what this one would be. So your total savings so far is 300. And supposing you would like to divide this 300 with 7 different saving goals. So for example, you save because the seventh part of this would be for your shoes, another seventh part would be for your travel, the other part would be for your shopping, the other part would be for your book and whatever that you would like to spend your money with. So what we have to do is that we're going to apply this one, the division. So what we will do here is savings divided by 7. 7 stands for your goals. Here we have assigned this to another variable which is goal. So let's execute this one. Let's see how much would be the proportion of each goal. So it's 28.57. So we can also round this one actually. Okay, let's see. We want to round this to the next nearest number. Let's see what this one would be. Right, so round this one off to 29. And sometimes you don't want to round this one off to a whole number and you want to round this one to 2 decimal places. So what we do here is we just write here 3 or 2. So in our case, we have 2 decimal places, right? Because the money is not actually, when divided, not in whole number. So we just want to have that remainder to be seen in there. So now let's execute this one. So 28.57. So what about 3? We'll just play around. We have 28.571, but we will just settle with 2 decimal places. Okay, it's actually in here. So let's execute this one. Okay, so sometimes you would be wondering what would be the operation of Python when it deals with a series of number. Say for example, we have this series of numbers in this case, and what comes to mind sometimes is we don't know how to do the mathematical operations because we are faced with this kind of series. So if you're not a mathematics major or if you don't have any background about this one, it's really get very confusing when we have this kind. So always remember this, that there is an order of operation that Python also follows. And this is actually a basic mathematical concept. So we have the keyword here, PEMDAS. P stands for parentheses. So that means when there is a series of operation, it always starts with parentheses if there is parentheses in that series. Then if there's none, then it proceeds to the exponent, then it proceeds to the multiplication, then it proceeds to the division, and then addition and subtraction. And don't forget this one is always from left to right. So it means from here going here, not from right to left. In addition, subtraction from left to right too. Okay, so whatever comes first, addition or subtraction, don't forget this one. So if subtraction comes first with addition, then of course, it's always subtraction that will follow, right? So let's execute this one. Let's first study the series. So so you can see we have 6 minus 5, which is enclosed in parentheses. And then that is exponentiated by 3, and then divided by 7. And then 7 here is in the root 2. So parentheses. That means what will happen first is 6 minus 5, right? Because it's in the parentheses, so that becomes 1. And then exponent, then this, right? And then also this one, 1 to the 3 and 7, the root of 7, or that becomes also 7 to the power of 1/2. Then after that, you would do the multiplication, but in this case, sorry, this one's supposed to be next one, right? Exponents is this one. Again, I want to correct myself. This one is the exponent. This one is the multiplication. Sorry, I got lost. This one first, and then this one. Let's review once more. So this one first, and then this one, and then this multiplication, and then we have the division, and after that we do the addition, right? So there's no more subtraction in this case. Okay, so let's execute and let's know what would be the result. Okay, now the result is 4.06. So that's it. But of course, if we would like to round this one, so we could just add here round, then parentheses, then let's see. So it becomes 4. What if you would like to get until the nth decimal place? So let's have 2. Let's know. Okay, it's 4.06. Do you want to know more about this channel? Just click these cards. We do have a lot of free data science courses for free, like Machine Learning Essentials, Deep Learning Mathematics, and a lot more. Here, you can always learn an upskill for free.